What's going on, people? In this episode, we're gonna be checking out Spark by Positive Grid. I'm Jorge Lanzas, and now we break it down, baby. Alright, thank you so much for being here once again, and remember, as usual, like, subscribe, and do all those cool little things that we can do on YouTube so that you and I can stay in touch with each other. Anyway, Positive Grid Spark. It's basically a practice amp, but it's not like your regular practice amp because it's got a bunch of cool features. But let's just start with what we see here in hardware. Just simple controls. We can change amp here, we can change our gain right here. Then we have like a very simple EQ, which is bass, middle, and treble. Then we have a master volume. Then we have modulation, delay, reverb, and an output. We have something called music volume. And this is supposed to be because you can play songs and backing tracks or whatever. But we're not going to be exploring that deep today. And let me know in the comment section down below if you want to do that next time. But today we're mostly going to be checking out the app and how it implements with this thing. So yeah, there you see, it's a very nice stereo amp, which is super cool because for the longest time I was trying to find a stereo Bluetooth speaker, and I ended up having to buy like this Marshall right here, which was great and everything. It sounds pretty great, but the implementation is a little bit quirky because you have to run everything through their app first, which I don't think anybody likes. But then boom, this thing is stereo and it's an amp, so pretty great, I think. So why don't we just go plug it in and listen to a few tones. Okay, here we are back, and now I have my phone ready because we're gonna be checking out the Spark Amp app. Pick. Okay, it says, let's get smart, connect with your Spark amp to unlock its intelligent features, blah, blah, blah. Let's do connect. Connecting, ping, successfully connected. There we go. Okay, it's got an amp loaded. Let's get a guitar and a pick, and let's start playing. Okay, today I'm going to be using my PRS Custom 2408 because I have great single coil sounds and great humbucker sounds. Can't beat that. Here we go. Okay, and so today, the signal chain we're going to be using, it's an AKG C214 as a microphone going straight to an SSL preamp, and then it goes straight into Pro Tools, no compression, no absolutely nothing. What you hear is what you get. And I'm going to start by saying this is a great practice amp. Maybe not the best recording amp because as you're about to witness, it's fairly noisy. And I was thinking that it's because I wasn't like really pushing it hard enough, and then my ratio and signal to noise wasn't really right. But then I turned it up and it was just the same thing. The noise just came up. So I guess part of the noise, it's either sampled in the amps or whatever it is, but there's a lot of noise and you will hear it. Let's check this preset again. But right here in the room, it sounds pretty good. Let me give you a little bit of a test so that you can hear how loud it gets while I'm talking to you. The amp is probably, I don't know, 6 feet away from the microphone that's capturing my voice right now. This is how it sounds in the room. And I'm gonna keep talking. I'm just turning off the microphone in the amp, and you're just hearing my regular voice and the microphone that I have my voice in. And that's how loud it sounds in the room. Which I would say that right now I don't have it set as low as I would normally do, just because I was trying to help the recording be a little bit less noisy. But it's still a pretty okay volume. I hope I'm not bothering my family. But either way, I think it sounds okay. And for practice, that's pretty loud. Right now, I'm barely hitting maybe like 8 o'clock in the dial. That to me is loud enough. Okay, the microphone is coming back on right now. Okay, so enough about that tone. Let's check right here in the app. If you see in this left corner, we can see that there's the name Super Twang. If you click it, there's 4 channels, right? And those are directly related with the 4-channel presets that you have in the amp. So basically, once you save them right here, you have them right there. That's gonna be really cool. Okay, let's check a few different presets. Let's start with this Silver Ship. I would probably EQ that a little bit different. I would give it a lot more treble. But that sounds really good, I think. Okay, let's keep scrolling through presets. Let's see what's up. And if I hear something that sounds like awful, I'm going to fix it right there on the spot. Okay, let's hear Perfect Clean, Larson. I would assume that that's maybe Tyler Larson, because he's done a lot of videos of this thing, right? I want to say that he did that tone with a PRS because it just lands perfectly fine with this like gain structure. And if I activate the humbucker, I should probably break this up a little bit. Okay, so first and foremost, what I'm noticing is that there's a lack of high end most of the time, but the amps have a lot more. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, probably most presets are going to be needing a little bit of top end. And that might be the reason why a lot of the people in YouTube are saying that this has too much bass. And I don't think that's the case. I think that maybe we just need to adjust the virtual amp to the actual physical interface that we have right here, which is the speakers. Because I don't hear excessive low end. And also, this is a bass amp, so it should have a lot of bottom end. But let's say, for example, in this preset, he has the treble in midway. Which means you still have a lot more headroom there to turn it up. And if you feel like it has too much bass, let's see, he's got a pass maybe like at 6. Let's turn it down. See, for example, I don't think that it has too much bass right there. I feel like the amp itself, it's giving you enough headroom that you can actually plug a bass in it. And I've done it. I did a session once and I plugged the bass in it. We were just writing. So it was just nice to have an amp for it. So that's the thing. The amp has all the bass that you might need, but you need to adjust the virtual amp, right? Okay, so far so cool. Let's hear maybe one more right here. Modern Vintage Clean. Let's see what's that. Very like 80s, right? Okay, I'm getting bored of cleans. Let's go see what's up in the alternative spot. Okay, Spooky Melody. I mean, that's pretty dope. Let's hear what's going on here. Lo-fi round tone. Pretty dope. I think that's a great tone. Let's see this one, Niche Canito. There's all the top end we're talking about. Super noisy though. It's an explosive tone though. Like right here for practicing, it's fine, that noise. I don't care. But I already know that you guys are roasting me there in the comments. Yeah, it's disgusting, that noise. Okay, let's see Deep Space Echo. Anyway, that sound is really great. Let's move on. Let's see what else we have here. Neo Soul. Let's see what's up here. Spaghetti Dumbo. Let's see what. Let's turn the modulation off. A nice sounding amp. And you hear how responsive it is, because when I was playing it softly, sounds really good. Let's not get too distracted. Now let's go to the
metal tones.
Okay, iron hammer. Let's go to the bridge position.
Full humbucker, let's go.
It's just a little too much. Let's see what happens here. Okay, first let's turn the volume down a little bit, see what's up. Yeah, because I was hearing like the speakers starting to crap out a little bit, right? I mean, it's a pretty gnarly tone. If you want to have fun, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at. I mean, maybe it's not like an Imperial Tone King. Maybe it's not like a Super Mesa Boogie or like a Soldano. But it's a lot of fun to play with, you know, for the price that it is and the size that it has and the weight that it carries. Let's stop checking presets there and let's go right here. This is like they have something called a tone cloud, I guess. And let's see what we find here. Wow, there's like a lot of like artist-inspired tones, huh? Modern Vintage Clean, Nirvana, Crusher, whatever. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Big 182, damn it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it needs a little bit more distortion. Maybe it's just my guitar. Wow, there's a lot of good stuff here. Neo Soul. Really beautiful tone. So let's see what happens. We just download it. An alternative, Neo Soul. Okay, we can follow the guy. But we can download it. And now, if we go to alternative, there it is. Neo Soul. Pretty nice. Then I see that I have right here the Jimi Hendrix collection. Let's hear a clean tone. Pretty nice. Okay, so this reminds me a little bit more of like a Jimi Hendrix tone. Okay, that's a lot better. A lot better. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff here, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you really want to go ham and do a lot of sound. Oh, look, for the love of God. Let's see. That's pretty good. Let's see the super lead. Pretty cool. So yeah, wow, there's a lot of tones. Anyway, let's just go to the other guy and get a few conclusions about this whole shebang. All right, so as you can see, they call it a practice amp, and I think it is a great practice amp, especially because like what we were saying, for a recording, and let's say if you want to use it in like a professional environment, I think it's a little bit too noisy, and maybe I can tinker with it and just like try to figure out what's going on and why some presets are very noisy and some of them are not. I think it might be related to the top end. So what I'm gonna say is like, for I don't know, I pay like maybe $250 for this. You get a Bluetooth speaker that's actually stereo. You get a bunch of guitar amps, tons of pedals, tons of presets made by people that actually know what they're doing and people that maybe you like. And on top of that, you get these little collections, because I saw also there's like a Stag Wild. I didn't click on it because this video is already long enough. But they have like, for example, a Jimi Hendrix collection that I did purchase separately. And it's just, I feel like those are probably my favorite tones that I've heard so far today. And I want to say, and I want to say that they actually made me feel a little bit like it was pretty Hendrixy, right? You know what I mean? And that's good enough for a practice amp. Like, it's not like a super boutique amp. It's not like thousands of dollars. It's like small enough. It's loud enough. It's quiet enough if you need to be quiet like I need to be right here. If I were to say the only gripe that you might have with this amp is if you have the wrong expectations, because it is not a professional amp, I don't think. It's something that you have in your bedroom and you practice with it. And it has a lot of flexibility. You can do many different things. Anyway, before I keep talking too much, remember, like if you like this video, definitely subscribe. Stay warm, stay safe. Go to the comment section down below and let me know what you think. Other than that, I'm out, my friend.